Picture this, you actually complete your goals and you get out of the feeling of being stuck in high school. And then there's you. You constantly are barely making it by in school and you actually just hate it. You don't like your classes and you don't like the people that you spend your time with. Well, here's how you can actually wake up from this feeling. Step 1 is recognize your problem. See your abilities. You have unique abilities to use to your benefit. And what you have to ask yourself, what do I love? What do you love? What do you truly love? Because who cares about what other people think? What abilities do you have that can serve your purpose and can serve what you want to do and serve other people, not the people who are putting you down, serve the people who you want to serve through what you want to do. And eventually they'll see it and they'll be like, wow, where did you go? And you'll just be able to rejoice in what you have done, and you won't have to worry about their criticism and their past criticism. You have to set goals. You might feel behind, but taking a piece of paper, just an actual piece of paper, and writing down 5, 10, 15 goals that actually mean a lot to you is going to be really powerful. You have to set goals. You might feel behind, but just writing on a piece of paper, grabbing a piece of paper and writing down who you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years. What is that person that you want to see in that amount of years? And now you can actually build habits and build goals around becoming that person. And you can start working on it daily. Having visual of where you want to go and who you want to be to look upon, and setting your mind on it, setting your mind on what it feels like once achieved. You've already achieved basically half of it, because once you actually convince your mind that you're going to get there, then your mind starts thinking of ways to actually achieve that and get there, get to be successful. And that's how it is with YouTube for me right now. Like, I've been picturing myself successful at YouTube, but it's a daily visualization of me being successful. And even when I'm, congested, having allergies or whatever, I don't care, because I see the picture of myself and I'm constantly working towards it. Embrace becoming. Who you are right now is in the process of who you're supposed to be. You shouldn't be older. You shouldn't be younger. That's something I really struggled with, is I missed being a child because I had so much less responsibility. But then you want to be a grown-up because you feel like you don't have enough responsibility. But you're exactly in the right place, and I want you to know that right now, whatever age you are, but you're in high school, so ranging from like 13 to 18, 19 maybe, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The age you are is exactly where you're supposed to be, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about where you're going, what you're doing. You just need to focus on who you want to become, and everything outflowing from that will help you be able to figure out where you're going and what you're doing, and all the profession stuff, all the stuff your teachers tell you. What you need to know is that you have to focus on the person you want to be, and you have to know that it's possible. Know that whatever you dream of is possible. It's possible. Manage time wisely. This is step 2. You have to prioritize tasks. So with our phones, we're very easily distracted. I wouldn't pick up my phone, but it's recording. But just to show you, but it's very easy to just grab your phone and you can't focus. But I know you want to. That's the thing. You want to be able to focus. You want to be able to complete your school fast so you can do what you love. You want to be able to finish what you need to and not feel distracted and not have to constantly be bombarded with social media or with all these distractions on your phone. Because how I think about it is a lot of objects have one purpose. This remote is to turn the brightness up and down on that light. Or these AirPods are to be able to listen to music. But a phone has so many different options. It makes it so hard to be able to actually focus on one thing. You open your phone to text a friend and you end up checking social media, checking like photos. This is at least me. Checking, I don't know, another social media, and then being like, what am I doing? And then you actually text the friend, or you completely forget about it. But you're actually so distracted. So what we have to do is eliminate distractions. With everything pulling at our attention, left and right, instead of just turning it off, you have to actually get away from it. So for me, when I was first trying to be focused, I'd just turn it off. So let's say I have my phone and I just turn it off and set it right by my computer because I'm homeschooled. I stay in my room when I do my school. But you know how like distraction, like prone I was? I don't know how to word that, but how prone I was to being distracted. It was crazy. Like, I'd get a notification and I would look at my phone and I would grab it. And there goes like a few minutes of my time from the day. And even if I spent 20 seconds doing something, maybe my focus went down by an hour that of potential focus that I could have focused on for that day. Especially if it's in the morning. A lot of times when you work on something and you start getting distracted in the morning, then it ruins your whole day. And you know that because you'll be scrolling in your bed in the morning and you feel super discouraged that day. But just try not scrolling in the morning and see how encouraged you can actually be. And just having your phone away in the morning. So what I had to do instead was to be able to take my phone and put it out of my room. Take my phone, turn it on black and white. Take my phone, turn off all notifications, and then I got in trouble from like my mom and dad because they couldn't get a hold of me, so I had to turn on a few. You can add like calling and texting from certain people if you need to. But just having no notifications off made me in love with the fact that I didn't need my phone. I deleted Instagram, and I didn't need Instagram again. People still ask me for Instagram, what's my Instagram, and I still give it to them, but I'm not on it. It's on my computer. I check it like every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't need it because I know it's a distraction from who I'm becoming and who I want to be. So if it's your phone, or if it's even YouTube, or whatever it is, that is a distraction to you, that's hindering you from being able to manage your time wisely, then cut it out. Cut it out and figure out a way to actually get rid of it instead of just turn it off. You have to schedule hour by hour. So what I use is Google Calendar, scheduling hour by hour. I just block out every single basically a minute of my day and what I'm doing. I schedule it the day before, and then the next day, which would be today. So yesterday, I scheduled today for myself, so I don't have to worry in the morning of exactly what I'm doing step by step. You just do one thing, then do the next, and do the next, all through the day from your Google Calendar, and you're able to stay focused. It has at least helped me a lot to be able to stay focused on what I need to do and complete what I need to do. Okay, now we're moving on to step 3, which is be exploring. Communicate. So to learn to be a better communicator is something that I'd say that we lack. And we lack being able to say what we think. But isn't that what you want to be able to do? It's what I wanted to be able to do. I wanted to be able to put into words what was in my mind, and I felt like I never could. I felt like it was really hard to be able to actually word what I wanted to say. But know that with practice comes success. With practice, with putting in the reps, actually comes the result that you want. So cold approaching people in the gym or at school, and putting yourself outside of your comfort zone is actually going to grow you. If a plant is seeded in a box that's completely dark, is it gonna grow? Well, not until it roots itself out of the box into the sunlight, right? I mean, the box could break down eventually and stuff, but it's gonna be trying to find some sunlight, so it's gonna move around and it's gonna find a way out. It's gonna go out of the cardboard box and it's going to start growing into the sunlight, right? Getting outside of that box that you feel stuck in and that you're seated in right now is going to actually grow you, and you're actually going to be able to see your potential. The whole world is out there, and you're one person, but you're one person that can make a change, and your growth matters so much because you growing can completely change the world. Just you growing. You have to try new things. So with this, try new ideas, try new possible passions, keep yourself busy with new ideas, and never settle for something you don't love. Something that is just, you kind of like it, or I don't know. I mean, it's pretty fun. Don't just make an excuse for yourself if you don't love it completely or you don't love it at all, and you're going into that thing for a profession, for a full-time thing, for something that you're going to put a lot of time and effort into. If you need to do a sport, of course that's fine, but if you don't like a sport, don't do it. You can go to the gym, you can do the things you actually love, or do another sport that you love, or whatever it is. Just find what you actually love instead of what you're just told to do or what you feel. Where I could find people like me. So I was going to the gym and I was like, oh, these people probably are improving their lives. They probably want to improve. So I started talking to those people. I started getting to know those people, and now those people are building me up. I'm being mentored by this other YouTuber, and there's people I'm actually talking to because I went to the place where people like me spend their time. So finding places where people like you or like who you want to be spend their time is going to get you so much further. because you're going to be able to get to know them, and they're going to be able to push you to be where you want to be and teach you what you need to learn. It's so powerful. And I've gotten book recommendations. I've read like 9 books this year, and it's April, but a lot of the book recommendations were from people at the gym, and that's because I got to know them, and we became friends, and they're so much further than me in their journey, but they are teaching me things that helped them get to where they were. And it doesn't mean you need to take all their advice, but their advice is really powerful. So the final step 5, is always get back up. Embrace your challenges. So if you've made it this far, thank you, because I'm really grateful for you. And your attention span is like 10 times or more like the amount of the average teenager. So it's great. It's great that you're watching still. It's crazy. If you have it just on, up on your screen right now, then kudos, good job. I don't even know how you have that amount of focus. It's awesome. It's great. I'd love being able to watch, podcasts or self-improvement stuff just up on a screen too. It feels great because you get to learn more. But I just wanted to say that I know high school is tough. I know it feels challenging, and it feels hard to be encouraged and to feel the feelings that come with each day. But just know that you can make it through. You can make it through to the other side, through to where you want to be, and you're not stuck. You're not stuck where you are. I know it might feel like it, but you're not, and you're going to get through it. Every single day, think about every single day what you're going through in that moment and how you will continue to fulfill who you want to become, your purpose. So where you're at, but what you're doing, what you're going to do that day to be able to continue in your purpose, to be able to fulfill your purpose, to start fulfilling your purpose. And this is something that's going to encourage you to walk through the day and be able to conquer the day and not feel negative about the day, because you're already pushing through to work on your purpose. You have to keep moving forward. There are a lot of obstacles ahead, but I'm always here, and there are so many people around you that actually do care about you and care so much about you. They think you're really cool, and they think you're really special, and it's really important that you know that there is people around you. And there's people that you're going to find once you start working on your purpose, that are going to keep encouraging you and keep putting you into the place of understanding who you are and working on who you are. The final thing I just want to say is you are special. The final thing I just want to say is you are special. So be willing to show it. Be willing to show it no matter the case. Always be out there showing who you are, and don't be afraid of what other people think. Small actions today pave the way for remarkable changes tomorrow. Okay, see you.